Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Kathleen here, and in today's video we're talking about holiday hair. Some of the common mistakes I see and what to do to fix them. So holiday hair can be soft, elegant, and refined, and very natural and romantic looking. But there are certain things that we do that age us, and in today's video I'm going to share with you what they are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the wrong way, and then I'm going to show you the right way. Okay, let's start off with mistake number one, and that would be pulling back the hair too tight because they're afraid that it's going to fall out. Okay, I see this one all the time, and I see hair artists doing this too, and they're like, I'm like, it's so tight to their head. She goes, yeah, but I don't want it to fall out. And yeah, but that doesn't look horrible. You know what I mean? It's up, but it just looks terrible on them. Okay, so what they do is they'll take the hair and they'll pull it back super tight, right? So it's super tight to the head and then the front, right? And this does not look flattering on anybody. They'll overspray it, right? They'll put tons of hairspray on it and kind of slick it back. If anything, they might pull a piece out in the front, curl that's in the front that looks like so, because they want something around their face. But other than that, everything is like so slick back and tight to their head. And because the hair is probably on the shorter side, they'll really spray the heck out of the back of it, so it looks so it doesn't go anywhere, right? So no pieces are falling out. In the front, it looks something like this, right? And it's too close to the head. You have these pieces here that are framing your face. Maybe they'll go in and curl those pieces, right? Just to give it a little curl in the front, so it looks something like this, right? So you got this going on. Okay, so you have these two curls in the front, and then in the back, it looks something like this. So I can see I have some of these pieces popping out, which is fine. I like that actually. It's a little bit more effortless looking. But this is not really flattering, right? You got your side pieces here. You can see your scalp in here, right? You got that separation where your hair is probably receding a little bit. Okay, there's no height here. And it just really looks very, very hard looking. So what I propose you do is like get a little fullness here in the front, go through your hair, and if you can use a curling iron, go through your hair and just add some texture to your hair. It doesn't have to be curled perfectly, but just get some lift in your hair. What I would do is go in and go through your head, get some waves in there. Again, like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect, just go in and out. And honestly, the best thing is like you can do this style like when your hair is like maybe a day or two old. Don't try to do this on a fresh hairstyle. Your hair probably will be way too soft. I'm leaving these front pieces out. Don't curl the front pieces. If anything, you can blow them a little bit. But if your hair is this short, it typically doesn't look good curled. That's my personal opinion. I mean, everybody's different. You don't have to leave it on there real long. So you can see my hair just has like somewhat texture in it. It's not curled perfectly, but it's up and lifted away from my scalp, right? So what we want to do first is you want to take more out in the front. We're going to go here and we're going to separate these pieces here, right? Right to in front of the ear. Going to take maybe a piece out here around your ear. So that much is out as opposed to just taking little strings in the front around, right? You want a little bit more out to frame your face in the front. So just pull those pieces out, tuck them away, just so that they don't get pulled back up because they're not that long. Okay, next you're gonna go and you're gonna take from where you just section that off, you're gonna take this and you're gonna brush that back, okay? Then you're gonna take, this here I'm gonna be using this little bit of this fiber powder because I wanna get lift. I wanna get the hair lifted up off of my scalp, and I don't want it looking too severe looking. You see this powder that comes out? It's a very fine powder. And I'm gonna spray that throughout the top. Then I'm gonna take my comb and I'm gonna go in there and I'm going to tease some of that hair up very gently right at the root area. Now it's gonna be extreme, but we're gonna bring that down. And then we're gonna go over here, we're gonna tease a little bit, the back in here and tease a little bit. So when you're done with the curling part and you're teased up here, the back of the hair should look like this. So what you're gonna do is you grab the hair, you're gonna take that elastic, you're gonna grab it, and you're just gonna go around twice. So it's not gonna be up there too tight. So when you're done, the back ponytail should look like this. Next, you're just gonna take that ponytail, you're gonna take it, you're gonna grab some bobby pins. You can leave the ponytail as is if you want back there. You're gonna take some bobby pins. I'm gonna use like maybe 2 or 3 of them. You're gonna go in the back, you're gonna grab that hair, you're gonna simply take this top part, take the bobby pin, like with the curved part going down, go in there, and just stick that right into that piece there. You're gonna grab another bobby pin, grab this straight piece that's coming down, take your bobby pin, and comb that, pull that up like so. Okay, so when you're done, it should look something like this, and I use 3 bobby pins, and I just kind of place them. And there's a couple pieces popping out, but I'm fine with that, okay? And because the hair is curled, it looks kind of soft and effortless looking. Okay, so now we still have the front that we have to do. So we're gonna pull these pieces out. We're gonna take these front pieces. I'm not gonna curl these, but I am gonna curl these side pieces. And I'm not gonna curl them all the way down to the end. I'm just really gonna give a little soft bend here. And then leave those pieces out here. Just to kind of give it a soft wave. I don't want it too tight. I don't want it looking like a ringlet. Do you see where I'm grabbing that hair from? It's underneath the bang area. And we're just gonna go in there and we're gonna give it a bend like right there. I'm gonna leave these pieces out. Then I'm gonna take this front piece. I'm gonna tease that a little bit just to give some lift in the front area. And I'm just gonna take in my fingers and run my fingers through it just to kind of give it a softness and comb out this curl a little bit here. Take a piece, pull it back and spray it. Take another piece, pull it back and spray it. So now you don't have that big gap between your hairline and this front bang piece, and you don't have just one ringlet hanging down. It looks kind of soft and flattering. And then kind of play around with it. Like, some people don't like their ears showing. I don't happen to like mine showing. Just bring these pieces. You can pull them back a little bit more if you want. You can pull them out. But because my hair has product on it and it has some of that styling powder, it's going to stand up a little bit. So it's not going to be laying flat to my head. I don't care if there's a couple of loose pieces hanging out. And I can just take my fingers and kind of play with these a little bit. And then when it comes to the front, like, I don't want that like looking like a rat's nest there. I'll just take my comb and gently comb them down. You don't need to brush them down heavily. And then another thing you can do is like tilt your head to the side and then spray it out this way. Okay, that'll just kind of get the spray underneath there, and then it'll just kind of look a little bit more effortless. Same thing with the other side. I can even take one of these pieces, I can tuck it behind my ear so it's kind of coming down in the back. The idea is it's not plastered to your head, right? We do not want that. So 1 or 2 day old hair is going to be to your advantage. Think about that when you're planning your styles. Using some type of curling iron, something to give some texture into the hair. Like I said, it doesn't need to be perfect, but we want to get some volume there so we can pull it up loosely and not pin it so tightly to your head. But you saw the length of my hair. It's not long by any means. You can still get a bun up there. So let me show you what it looks like from all sides. And the fact that some of those pieces are popping out because they're curled too, like they're just gonna look a little bit more, I don't know, like whimsical. It's not gonna be anything too severe, which is the goal, I think, especially as we age. Okay guys, let me move on to the next style. Mistake number 2 that I see, and this is a really simple mistake to correct. And this style can work with anybody if you have shorter hair or if your hair is quite long. It doesn't make a difference, but it all has everything to do with the part. Okay, so we want to change the part, but it's not that much of a difference. Don't bring it all the way over here. You just need to bring it over slightly, just that amount. And that makes such a huge difference in the way that this front piece of the hair is gonna lay. And it's just gonna give it that a little bit more drama to the hairstyle. And then just kind of even out your part accordingly. But when you're done, it should look something like that. So it just gives a little bit more drama to the style. Now what you can do to kind of change this up, and if your hair's short, you can do this too, is just take this piece and tuck it behind your ear. You can leave a little something out here if you want. So you can pull this back with a bobby pin. Okay, so it looks like that. Take some of the hair over here, kind of bring it out and make this side a little bit fuller. And just kind of bring that down and play with this front bang. You can make it go up a little bit more if you want and bring it so it just looks a little fancier, a little different. Spray it in place, comb the back down. I do feel like pulling a little hair down here as opposed to keeping it severe. It just kind of softens up this side of the face. Okay, spray that. If you have like a pin that you want to put in there, that'll look pretty too. I'm just going to put this comb in there so it looks kind of like that from the side. Just kind of gives it a little dress up. And then in the back, as opposed to just that. You see the difference, right? You go from this, taking that piece and bringing it over to that, and it just kind of sweeps over that eye and gives it a little bit of drama. So there's a big difference with just that tiny bit move with the part. Okay, and you know, just a tip, like the next time you're due to wash your hair, try some of these things, you know, especially if you're going to be putting a lot of product in there. Try going in there, seeing if you like the way it looks, especially if you like the rough draft of it, then you might want to continue with doing the style for the holidays. But I think I see one of the biggest problems that I see women do is they try to make it too smooth. They're using too much product. They're using an oil. They're afraid of getting flyaways. So you don't want to overdo it, and you don't want to slick it back so tight that it looks like it's wet and hard looking. If you do need to use some oil on it, just put some oil on it and work it through the ends. You don't need to go through the entire style. And guys, don't forget the crown area. Like this area here, especially as we mature, like it has a tendency to want to split in the back, which is, drives me nuts. I don't know if it drives you nuts or not, but that's where like this powder here comes into play, because you can spray a little bit at the root area and then tap tease it a little bit and then like kind of brush over it so you don't get that split. I always get, here I'll show you, I get this split right here, right? That drives me nuts. I don't know about you, but it drives me nuts. What you want to do is if you take a little bit of this powder and just spray it on there, pump it on there I should say, it's not a spray, just a couple, don't overdo it because the stuff is powerful. And then go in there and tease it. And then just kind of take your hands and brush over the top. That way the part won't separate. It'll just kind of look nice and cohesive back there. But I see a lot of women walking around with that part going like this, including myself. So I hope you see the difference in these styles, and just what doing a few little things differently can help if you're looking to pull up your hair for the holidays, or just if you have someplace special to go. So the goal is to look good in these holiday pictures. So I hope these tips helped you. If they did, please comment below. Let me know which one of these you're going to try next. If this video helped you, please consider subscribing and hitting that like button. And if you're interested, I have a free downloadable guide. It's in my description box below, and it's a guide for healthy glowing skin and healthy hair. If you love books on tape, Audible is having a special right now where you get the first month free, and then you get the next 3 consecutive months for 99 cents. So I'll leave that in the description box below too. So, and if you're interested, I'll leave the products in the description box below too.